Pictures now from the launch site where excitement is building for another historic moment in space travel. Billionaire Jeff Bezos, broadcaster Gal King, and several other crew members are gearing up to blast off aboard a SpaceX rocket. The mission is part of a growing push into commercial space flight, and today's launch is drawing global attention. The crew is currently strapped in and undergoing final checks. Liftoff is expected shortly and will be with us.
Engine thrust, vector control built-in test in work. Vehicle is now on internal power.
So in a moment here, we'll see those, what they call the bit checks, the built-in test checks. As you mentioned, Kristen, this is like a bridled beast. This thing wants to take off.
Switch to onboard helium.
Here we go. Good luck and Godspeed, ladies. We're cheering you on.
Let's launch this rocket.
Termination system is armed. T-minus 22 seconds of time.
Team for this internal.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command is up. 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff. New shutters have cleared the tower.
Supersonic, we have passed through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure. That's when the vehicle, the stresses between the atmosphere and the speed are at the maximum. So to punch through that is so important. You see the BA3 engines, it's firing beautifully. You see the stream of steam behind it. Those ladies right now are having an incredible view on their way to space. Passing through 80,000 feet, 1,300 miles per hour. They're going to peak at about 2,300 miles an hour over Mach 3, 3 times the speed of sound. Shortly coming up, we'll have MECO, main engine cut off. We will turn off the engine, but the two craft, the capsule and the booster, will continue their ascent to space. And there you saw the main engine is turned off. We're now going to separate the capsule from the booster, and at that point, Kristen, that's when all 6 astronauts are going to start to feel weightlessness, and shortly thereafter, we're going to let them unbuckle.
And that right there is the most critical milestone of this whole ascent. Oprah watching her best friend go to space.
The intra-Africa.
Dragon. Report status. Copy. All report status. Copy. All astronauts in seat.
And a great piece of news there. All astronauts are back in their seats. You see the two craft now that on the bottom, that is the rocket that is screaming back down to Earth. The rocket will beat the capsule to its landing spot just 2 miles north of where it's taken off from. At the top of the rocket, you see a couple of fins that are popped out. Those are to stabilize the rocket as it comes into land. Shortly thereafter, you will see the drag brakes that deploy that will cut the speed of the rocket in half. And then in the last moments,
and there we can see it from the stage.
There comes the rocket down. It's going to relight its engine. We also see a sonic boom. We're going to hear that shortly here.
And remember, this is something that had never been done before until just a few years ago. Truly the stuff of science fiction that we're about to watch in just seconds.
Drag brakes.
Just free falling right there until those drones came out.
And then next will be the main parachutes that get pulled out.
Screaming inside the capsule.
And all 3 parachutes reaping, and they will slowly inflate, slowing the capsule to a nice, smooth 10, 15 miles an hour. They're cruising back home. And I tell you, Kristen, from having gone through all of the simulations, I have gone through all of the training, they put you in the capsule that simulates all of this, including the sounds, and when you hear the motors of parachutes pop out, that is the best moment in flight.
Because I know Blue Origin does everything they can to make this as safe as possible, and you'll have an impeccable safety record, but it still has to feel really good when you know that you're coming back to Earth with those parachutes fully deployed.
And we can see the capsule just over our shoulder here, going to be landing north and east of the launch pad, coming down softly and beautifully. 500 feet.
And you will see a puff of smoke when it touches down. A puff of dust. That's normal.
A puff of dust, last milliseconds. Air cushion that will kick up the dust. It's a very soft landing despite the sporty perception. There it is.
Congratulations, and welcome back to Earth.
Is that still the weighing emotion, or is she still just, oh my God, I saw the stars, I saw the curvature of the earth? You know, what's going to come out of her mouth, but really her heart?
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
That is correct. That is Jeff Bezos, our founder, on the left, as well as Sarah Knights, our crew member 7. And I just want to thank our viewers for joining us. NS-31, New Shepard's 31st mission to space, our 11th human space flight, from all parts of this flight, for the booster, for the capsule, for our astronauts, a completely successful flight, one of the smoothest flights we've had so far. And we're now just awaiting the opening of the hatch so we can get some views from our 6 new astronauts.
And I would imagine Lauren Sanchez in seat 1 will be coming out first.
That is correct. They'll go. She's in seat 1, which is next to the left window there. She will go first. And then last in number 6 is Carrie Ann. That is the window on the right. You see those vans arriving. Those are friends and family.
And that's Carrie Ann looking out the window, in the window to the right there. Lauren Sanchez on the left. And you really get a sense of just how big these windows are. I mean, when you're inside this capsule, it's almost as though you're getting a full 360 panoramic view. One of the cool features of this capsule, the largest windows of any spacecraft.
So over a third of the surface area of this craft is windows. And that's on purpose. There were many meetings with our founder, Jeff Bezos, where our engineers brought in some windows. He said, nope, make them bigger. They come back and nope, that's nice, but make them bigger. And what you get here, why is that so important? So many of our astronauts have said, when I got on my seat, I looked outside my window, and I turned around and I looked at the other 5 windows, and my brain created a panoramic view, a panoramic photo of it, because so much of the capsule is windows, and it makes for just an incredible experience.
Sarah.
Good? Okay, here we go.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
She's really close again. Come on, guys. Where's your baby?
Where are my babies?
Over here. Go see them.
Where? Oh, let's go
Right
there.
there.
Okay.
Katy.
Helen Hansel was able.
Thank you. I just have to have a moment off the ground. I need to appreciate the ground for just a second. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God. That was amazing. That was amazing.
I'm so proud. So proud of you. Amazing. I'm so proud of you.